Hello and welcome back to the Welsh Gardener, and today I'm going to be planting up a new mini food forest with some blackcurrants. So in my local garden centre they had a deal on where you could get 10 big full-size blackcurrant plants for £10, so I thought I would buy that, and I was going to build a food forest where Alfie's standing here. And next year I'll plant some wild strawberries on the floor, and I might even put some of these wood chips on the ground once they've rotted down a bit more. But today I'm going to be planting around four of them here, and I'll probably plant some more maybe as a hedge for the decking over there, or I might put them where I've already got some blackcurrant plants. So I think I'll just get started planting them here, and then I might use some, because they came in a bag of compost, I may put cardboard around the plants to stop some of the weeds growing when I put compost on top then. So I'm going to use this big spade here to dig the holes to put these bare root plants into, but I'm also going to sprinkle in some of this, some bloodfish and bone, because that should give them the nutrients and help them start off their life really well in my back garden. So this bank here, it's quite a rocky bank, but it's quite it's got a lot of rubbish in it, because the people who used to live here, when it used to be a cottage, our house, they used to use it as a dump, so there's quite a lot of stuff. We find some cool stuff in there, so we found some old bottles and stuff in the past, so we're going to try and dig this, but it might be quite difficult, so I may have to get a pickaxe involved, because there's quite a lot of rubble and stuff in it. So I'm just about to start. The wind's picked up, so I apologise if you can't hear my voice very much. And I forgot to say as well, I prepared this bed by putting some compost on and some dried leaves to rot down, and I also had a layer of straw from when I grew pumpkins there this year, and as you can see, the grass and the weeds from underneath have only just started to rot down. So that's why I'm going to put cardboard underneath the compost around these plants. So I'll get back on with the digging now. So this area here, I've got the hole dug ready. Now I'm about to go and get a small fork, and I'm going to fork in some of this bloodfish and bone. So now that I've dug this hole here, I started and then I had to dig it deeper, so I'm going to put some more bloodfish and bone in. This has all gone into one big block because I haven't used it now since summer. That should be enough. It's quite fertile soil here anyway, because it used to be a hedge, so a lot of the leaves used to fall onto the ground, so it's quite well fertilised at the moment. So this is my first plant of choice. So I'm going to put that in there. I will stake these up afterwards, but for now I just want to get it in. I'll put these in deeper in there so that they can die off. And one question, if any of you know for sure, do I need to prune these back, because even though it's their first year? If you know, could you please leave it in the comments section, because I'm quite unsure about that. I'm just going to compact it down with my hand. There we go, so I've compacted that in now, and I'll stake it up with the others afterwards, but I don't even think they will need to. Nope, because that's quite solid. And these are going to be used now as a windbreak as well for the vegetable patch. So I should start having a little mini natural microclimate. So my biggest find so far while digging that hole was this, which is an old broken up red brick. So I'm going to use that. I'm making a red brick wall at the back of my greenhouse, which will hold the heat because it's clay. It'll hold the heat, so in the sunlight it'll stay warm through the night as well. So I'm going to be spacing these about one leg pace apart. So I think the next one will go around here behind this compost bin, because I don't want to space them too tightly, as I want to plant things, smaller plants, on the lower layer, because food forests, if you've watched James Prigioni's channel, is all about layers. So I'm going to be planting at the bottom as well. This is my top layer because it's a sort of smaller scale one. So I'm going to have smaller plants growing on the bottom, such as wild strawberries for example. So I'm just going to dig this and put the others in, and then I'll speak to you at the end of that. So I've just finished doing this, as you saw on the time lapse. I hope you enjoyed it, but I'm going to update you on my YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and all of my other social media on how this does through the year and years. And I'm going to plant some more stuff on the ground maybe eventually, especially things like herbs, so maybe like thyme, rosemary, and I want to plant some strawberries there, maybe even some marigolds, because marigolds are good at keeping pests away. It's a complementary plant, and especially as it's right next to my vegetable patch, that'd be good. So I've watered them, because no matter whatever season you're planting something, you should always water it. That's what I've always been told, so I always do that. And I'm going to plant the rest of these over where my other currants are, down there in front of that enviromesh. And that's because one of them died because of frost earlier this year. It just died all of a sudden, so I'm going to plant one of them there, and I may even build a hedge out of them over there, but I won't do that on video because it'll be a bit tedious seeing the same things over and over again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.